Good morning. Welcome to Urban Spool's Clubhouse. I'm Ashley, here with Penelope, and we are going to give you all the updates and wrap up some end of the year stuff, show you some new products, and tell you what we've got coming in 2025.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Thank you. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're ready. Okay. So for those of you who have joined us for Botanica, that was our machine embroidery block of the month. It is wrapping up in January. We're going to have our last kit for pickup in January, and all the videos will be done by then. And I think it's going to be beautiful. And then for those of you who enjoyed it, we will be doing another one later on in 2025 with a whole different flavor and
Another in the hoop.
In the hoop
Okay.
block of the month. Did I mention that? But Botanica was machine embroidery block of the month. So it's a quilt done monthly using your embroidery machine. And now they're working on custom quilting with their embroidery machine too. So
That's awesome.
that's going to be really cool. So that's our Botanica update. Next, we want to talk about Ruby Star.
Yes.
Our fearless leader, Penelope.
We are working our way. Like I told you guys last month, I picked something kind of easy for this month, so we can just get done and done.
The holiday.
With the holiday and everything. So very straightforward here. What I did is all of the rows going from here on out, so December, January, February, question mark, all have this bigger block, the 3-inch block.
Nice.
So what I did was I actually went through all of my larger blocks and picked out what I wanted for each row in terms of like what imagery I wanted.
Okay.
Because the next one only has like a handful that are like surrounded by stars, so it's very focal. So I went through and picked out like my favorites for each specific row, and so then that way I knew I had a good balance and I wasn't just left with whatever I was left with.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably step one of what I would do is select
Pick your
what
favorites
and what you kind of want to highlight in the coming rows to make sure you have what you want.
Do you put those more in the center of your row and put?
No, what I did, so honestly, you can even see my little packet. I took my blocks and I literally like went through and I was like, ooh, I definitely, like this is one of my all-time favorite grids that was ever made. So I was like, I absolutely have to have this one in the next row that has like the big stars. So I went through and I like separated out, same thing with like the squirrel. I was like, I have to have it as like a main focal.
Okay.
So I went through, put them aside, put them with the row I wanted. Secondary as well. Again, took them, put them aside, put them with the row I wanted, so I knew what was happening and you know what blocks I was going to have where, and make sure that I have enough of the ones that I really genuinely love spread out through the next couple months. And you could do a quick
count by
looking ahead. And that's exactly what I did. I just did a quick count looking ahead. So I made sure I had ones that I loved in this one, ones that I loved in the next one, and the next one. So then that way it wasn't like everything that I thought was the most fabulous was in one place,
row.
And then like the next two when I was sewing it, I was like,
so much
where are all the fun ones, you know? So I just kind of make sure that you spread the love around. Like I know this one's your favorite.
That's my favorite. I also really love the granny square.
Yeah, the granny square is awesome.
But yeah, definitely the octopus.
Yeah, so definitely that would be number one. And then everything else just came together really seamlessly in terms of pressing. I followed the directions in the pattern. I know in the past I hadn't done that, but I was able to do it for this one, and it definitely worked out just fine. And then in terms of layout, I just wanted to make sure it was balanced with like light and dark as well. So I would say pay attention to that.
Which row is this?
This is row number 3. So I know we were jumping around definitely, but this is row number 3. I'll give you a hint. Row number 4 is January, and then the last row is February.
Ah, nice.
So, like the very, very bottom.
So
we
this
are
month, you were just picking up your background fabric right here.
You're just getting your blue.
So come pick up your fabric. We've got those ready.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just need to write names on them.
Yep, that's it. Everything's good to go. So we are plugging along. Like I said, if you don't get to it this month, at least January won't be hard.
Yeah.
You know, so you can just, again, this took me like not even a couple hours.
Yeah.
So it was very, like I said, very, very fast.
I always think
so.
the fun part's too, picking out the.
It is. That was
fabric,
that
those
is what took me the
focals.
longest.
Yeah.
Knowing me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely what took me the longest. But
Nice.
again, like making sure that you've got a nice balance of light and dark so that you're not, pushed one way or the other in the future.
Have a bunch of orange prints in one row.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you are going to be getting more fabric January and February. But this one is just this blueprint that you're picking up.
Lovely.
It'll be on display in the classroom along with the other months as well. If you want to take a look when you come in to pick up your kits.
Yes. And
I'm just going to lay that here for now.
so the next one is Tilda's Embroidery Flower. That was the one done with 2-inch squares on the grid. I'm working on that one. We're in month 9.
Month 9.
9. So we're in the last official month, and then 10 is putting it together. So I have all those rows laid out, so I don't have them to show because I need to finish the sewing. But as soon as I get those done, we will have them on display here. You could pick up your kits.
But the kits are ready.
Yes.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The kits are ready for pickup, definitely. And then, so that's very exciting. I'm really excited to finish mine. And then I have some plans for all my pretty scraps. So my mind is already moving on to the other. It's like, nope, finish, then move.
I've kept all my star scraps too, so
Nice.
we'll see what ends up happening with those.
That might be a future endeavor. Like, look what we did with our scraps.
Maybe February, March for me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, our new thing that we are starting is Dear Jane. You want to hold up one of these?
I do. Same book.
Same
The
book.
back is exactly the same.
I mean, literally the same. This one is like 27, 28 years old. This one's much more new. This is a bucket list quilt. This is a quilt. She kind of goes down in history as making such an extraordinary quilt. Each block is different. Some of them are quite complicated. It's all hand pieced. They are 4.5-inch squares, and plus the triangles. They're isosceles triangles, and they're a weird shape, but they're bigger than that. Many people have started this. It takes years to finish, and we've decided to make a modern version of it. Or make your version. I don't care what version you make.
Yeah.
Anyone is.
We're making a modern version,
Yes.
but you do what you
Yes.
want.
I actually think I'm going to make a Christmas version. So mine's going to be a Christmas quilt.
And knowing me, if I end up doing it, it'll either be Ruby Star or
Yes.
hint, hint, Liberty of London.
I saw those and thought, oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
So we are starting. We can't build this as a block of the month.
Yeah.
Because it's outrageously expensive.
And there's so many different ways to do it, right?
So
you can
many.
hand piece it. You can do EPP. There's an FPP pattern available
Yes.
as well. So like, there's such a variety. We
Of
didn't
ways
want to
to
make that
do it.
decision
Just pure
for
applique.
you. Yeah, we didn't want to do that. So
And we wanted to include people who have started it in their own way, their own fabrics, and bring in anyone who's had it on their list to do or who is interested in it. So this is a way we can all do it together. So what we're doing is making a Dear Jane Club. The club costs $200 a year, and that gives you access to 12 sit and sews. And we're going to
I was
have
gonna say, are those on
the
what day?
second Sunday of the month,
Okay.
and it will start January 12th. So you could come January 12th and pay for it if you would like. Okay, so it gives you access to all the sit and sews all year, second Sunday of the month. It also gives you access to what we call Slack. That's a messaging system on our phones. It's free to download, and we will be maintaining that. And that is, in the past we've used Facebook, Clubhouse Facebook. This could be a Clubhouse Slack, and we will help you set it up. It doesn't cost you any money, but it's a really easy way to get a message out to all the other members and all the team. And we will be following it regularly, checking it daily for people with problems or just wanting to share, post updates. and so forth. It just gives us more access in a different format.
Yeah, it's a great way to communicate digitally without having to have social media. If that's not your thing, we don't want to force that upon you. So this is just a different messaging kind of system that will allow you access to this one channel, and then you just chat as you choose.
Yes.
You don't have to interact if you don't want to, but we would love it if you did.
And it's a way we can post photographs there. It's real easy. Just take your picture, post it. It's just a much more direct format for us to use.
Yeah.
So we're going to give that a try. The membership also includes exclusive deals. One of the deals that I know is coming up is a bolt of your background fabric. So this takes, depending on which source you use and which method you use, anywhere from 20 to 25 yards of background fabric. So we're going to let you choose your background fabric. It'll be a Moda Bella Solid, great quality fabric, and then we're going to go get it for you. And then you can purchase the whole bolt at a severe discount. So we're looking at 30% off. So that's a really good deal for that quantity of fabric. And we're going to have other deals throughout the season. Other things that we will be supplying for people is a copy of the Dear Jane book. You will need that.
And that's included in that 200?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not, because some people already have it.
Just making sure.
So many customers have said, oh, I've already got it. And the book, while the cover's different,
it's exactly
it has not changed.
Yeah.
The inside, the thing that's different on the inside are their layouts. They're not their layouts, but their versions of, let me see, like the pictures of different versions.
Okay.
Like that
so
one.
inspiration.
The inspiration pics, yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we will probably be borrowing some of those and putting them on Instagram to kind of post.
I will tell you, if this is something that you're interested in, I would say also, or if you're like considering it and you're on Pinterest, I would check out Pinterest. There are a number of different versions on there that could potentially be inspirational, but not to totally digress.
No,
right? But we will have on hand in the store to purchase the book.
The book. We're going to get the EPP papers for people who want to do it EPP. That's quite an expense, but for people who love EPP, it is worth every penny. We are also getting the acrylic templates. Those I'm very excited about because you can do the triangles. So that will really help square up those triangles. And I want the scallops. Not everyone does the scalloped edge. So that's I'm very excited about that. We are also going to build bundles. And you can choose which bundles. The bundles will come, they're $13. It's a fat 16th bundle, and you get 16 fat 16ths, because these are small blocks. You don't need big chunks of fabric. And you can choose if you want low volume, brights, or neutrals. So we're going to have it's going to be a lot of fun to play with. The other thing I wanted to say is
that you've already started collecting your fabric, because that started happening at market. I will warn everyone. She's ready.
I know. I was like, which one? I did go ahead and bind my book. This, you take it to a copy shop, and sometimes it takes them a week. Sometimes they do it right there. It depends. It's not more than $10 to do it, but they cut off the binding and put this on there. And because this is such an involved project, I really wanted it to be lay flat. And you can see all the different. I also start looking at your fabrics that you want to use and start picking a color scheme. It's so involved. Unless you're going with like a fabric line, like I'm going to do all Ruby Star or all that, you're going to want to pick a color scheme and start thinking about what your background fabric's going to be. I'm still working on that myself.
Okay, but this is something too that we can also like chat about at the sit and sew.
Definitely. If you have any interest at all, come January 12th at noon, and let's talk. We'll have everything laid out, and we'll just start talking about what you want to do. The other thing is, for the foundation paper piecing people, I do have that on our computer from EQ8. We can print the foundation paper piecing. So
we'll come up with a price for
Yeah,
that.
there'll be a charge for
Yeah.
that, for us to print the ones you want. And it's kind of a thing like, which ones do you need? They also we have the color charts, or the progress charts, I should say. And there's also one included in the book, so we could follow along and mark what we've done and stuff like that. There are also additional layouts. So say we get started on this venture, and at some point we throw our hands up, I've done enough. I'm a Dear Jane person. I made, 50 blocks. I'm done. We can help you with a layout. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Any questions for us?
Can you show the picture one more time of the cover so I can zoom
Yeah,
in?
we'll do this one because this has the full cover versus, or it has the full quilt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone asking questions or anything?
That was the question.
That was
and I
it.
will say, I looked at the finished size is about 80 by 80.
Oh, thank you.
So,
80 by 80. That's good info. Yes.
Thank you, Penelope.
you good?
What else should we say about this?
I feel like that's. I mean, we've said quite a bit.
Yes,
If you
okay.
have any questions, though, I would say either show up on the 12th, ask the questions when you come into the shop to shop with us, or hit us up Facebook. Or
And
Instagram.
definitely look up Dear Jane. There's one
There's so
beautiful
many.
one out there with all tulip pink and very bright colors and stuff. It is a Civil War quilt.
That's how it started. Yes.
Yeah, so it is done in Civil War fabrics of that era. But look up Dear Jane, because you're going to see some wonderful modern versions of it. And I hope you'll join us for that.
You said it was $200 for a yearly membership?
Yes.
Yeah, so $200 a year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
$200 a year. And then we have the additional products,
Additional
the
benefits.
benefits, the
discounts on
bundles,
certain things.
the books, the papers, depending on what you need. Okay. And January 12th. So join us then. Yeah. And I said noon.
Yes, you did.
I better write it down. It's in print. It's in print, folks.
No, but it will be on the website come January 1st.
January
so
1st
you
we'll have all this stuff.
Yeah, you'll have all the information like in print, so you can really see a little bit more than just kind of us rattling off what's going on. But
Definitely.
also, along with that, we have gotten some new product in the store, brand new product to us. So, as you can see, Ruby Star, right? We've got a couple new lines. Eye Candy is this line here. Ruby Star is not a new designer collection for us, but we are still bulking up our collection, so we keep getting more and more in. This one is really fun, so
Look at this
bright.
one. So cute.
And what I love about Ruby Star is how it all kind of like talks back to each other, right? Like you can mix and match the different collections if you want, or just stay within the collection. But
Definitely.
as I hinted at earlier, one thing that is absolutely brand new to us that I am so excited about, because I am a huge fan, if anybody knows, of Liberty of London Tana lawns. So original Liberty of London. We have gotten some bolts in the store. So we have, I think, like 10 bolts currently. And we are still building on that. Great for garments, great for quilts, because I've worked on quilts with this.
Yeah, you can feel the difference.
Yeah,
There's
it's
such good quality.
Such a beautiful fabrication, and we have some of the more like iconic patterns, right? So this floral here is very iconic. This one as well, super iconic. And then some fun, funky as well. So 'cause, we can't just stick to the traditional. No. You know us, we can't just stick to the super traditional. But any of these would make gorgeous projects. So very excited about that. So I wanted to share it with everyone because
it's so cool.
I love it. Every time I go traveling, I always pick up more and more. So
It's a treat.
it is a treat, and
Definitely.
I don't have any of these in my collection, so
Aww.
I guess I will now.
Need some. You're gonna need some.
Yeah, I guess I will add these to my collection. But just wanted to let you guys know about that because we're super excited to now have this as part of our repertoire here at Urban Schools.
What I'm really excited about is this year we are getting
2025?
2024
Okay.
dates
Got
for
it.
2025
Got it.
are actually on, like, there's a significant number on the calendar already.
For classes?
For classes.
Awesome.
So, like, all the intro to sewing and all that good stuff. And you'll see lots of placeholders where we're working on dates and stuff. We are further along now than we ever have been.
Nice.
And so I'm very excited about that. I still have lots of information to put on there, correct titles and descriptions and all that. But we are building a fabulous curriculum.
Robust curriculum,
Yes.
yeah.
We're taking garment sewing up a notch. We are fine-tuning our quilting program to make sure we're getting all the techniques in there that people would like to do, and just a lot of beginner sewing classes and ways to get in there. So take a look at the website. I'm a little embarrassed. It's a little bit of a mess, but information is going to be changing daily now. Now we're working on it daily to get more.
Everything updated.
You will start seeing, we've been working on it daily, but now you'll be seeing the changes as they happen. And people, we've already started having classes registered for March
Nice.
of 2025. So
Awesome.
definitely don't sit on it if
Yep.
there's a class you want, because they always fill up so quick.
They do.
Which is great.
They do.
So I
We've
hope
just been
you,
talking.
I know, nonstop.
Sorry. Hopefully,
I
hope we're not too much.
I hope you all join us in 2025. Keep looking at our site. We've got a lot of block of the month starting
Yes.
next year. We are
Yes.
building those up. And
A lot of custom ones designed
Yes.
by the urban school staff.
yeah, you
So,
won't find them anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Dear Jane,
Mhm.
our sit and sews. We're wrapping up some block of the months.
Yes.
We're just very excited. We're ready for the new year.
And hopefully all of the block of the month information will be online
January
like
1st.
beginning of January. Let's not lock into
No,
the first.
January.
Beginning of January, hopefully,
Yes.
we will be seeing a lot of the upcoming blocks a month, when they're starting, all of that good stuff.
Yes.
Because we're winding down. Tilda is going to end in January. Ruby Star ends in February, and then we'll pick right back up.
Okay.
So
Yep.
we're excited.
So thank you to all those who have been with us in 2024, and we look forward to seeing everyone again in 2025 and meeting some new people.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today. Bye.